I made a little mini matrix to kind of showcase what it's like, right? So when you enter the falls, we start the session, right? And we set a targeted BPM of 60 BPM, right? That's our targeted BPM that we want to be operating out of with all of our drum sets at the end of the jam session, right? So we start the session, right? And this is a good way of looking at it, right? You're misaligned, right? At the start, right? At the end, the goal is for you to be completely in a line, right? And the best way to do that is through asking yourself if you were rushing or dragging, right? So for example, if we have the start BPM, which is, let's go 72 BPM, and that's the drum set, right? And in this case, I put, we have 3 different timelines. So these are 3 different timelines, right? Contextually, I've contextualized these 3 timelines with music and with the human body. So timeline 1, we have the drum set, and that's represented by your heart, right? So in timeline 2, we have a saxophone, right? And this saxophone, let's say it's represented by your liver, right? The saxophone is your liver, right? And now we have your kidney. Let's say your kidney is the tuba. In timeline 3, again, we can swap out organs, right? We can swap out instruments. We can add more instruments, right? We can include every single organ in the human body and apply an instrument to that organ, right? So contextually, we know over the course of the jam session, right, from the start of the session to the end of the session, right, our goal is to go from playing the drums in timeline 1 to playing the drums in timeline 1, 2, and 3. We want to contextually go from playing a 90 BPM saxophone line, which is your liver, from timeline 2, and we want that after the jam session to be in unison, in alignment with timeline 2, timeline 1, and timeline 3, right? Consciously, this will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Consciously, this is going to make 9 printed images, 9 visual images, nine tracker points that we have to collect data from. And we do that by logging the rotational of the outside layers and the rotation of the inside layers, and then the rotation of these layers, right? And contextually, I needed another circle on this one, so it represents all my circles, but contextually, this is a good way of looking at what's happening, right?
Could you guys give me just a few more minutes? I just started the 3rd act.
Yes, close the door. It's bloody chilly in here.
Yes, close the door, you